Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 4, Episode 130. It is Monday morning, and I got home on Monday morning. So, just a few hours since I got home, I am heading out to work, and should be on time, no problem, none of that. So, yeah, last night was a rough one, definitely. Long night, a lot of hard work. I mean, but there's not much you can do sometimes, and it's the most frustrating thing. And that's why some of the other things that we do, whole carting, sports, a lot of these other things are more guaranteed and a much bigger spread, much bigger advantage than card counting. And card counting can be beautiful, it can be exciting, and it can also be awful. So last night it chose to be awful. So anyway, we're putting it behind us and we're moving on. Today and tomorrow, staying pretty close to home. Wednesday, going to an area I normally don't go to. I will be playing some double deck there, also be meeting a friend there, and yeah, we'll go from there. So on that day, there'll be probably less casinos to play, so I'll have to go further. So I'll have to wake up very early and be getting home a lot later than usual, if that's possible. I mean, except for Sundays, I'm usually home at a decent hour. This morning it is 52 degrees outside, a little bit of hazy skies, but I think everything's going to be fine. First order of business, get to the office, get my work done, and then we'll leave early for quote lunch, and we'll start making some money then. So that's what's going on right now. You're all caught up, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back. It is 11:30, just finally heading out of the office. Oh man, I'm gonna miss this light. And I made it. Heading out to a casino. The reason I was delayed a little bit today is because I had a meeting with my manager and my director, and I was thinking maybe it was about like, hey, make sure you're doing a good job on this or something like that, but it was more like, you're doing a good job, do you need us to give you more support, like people to help you to do all the work that you're doing? And I'm like, no, I can handle it. As long as it stays at the same level that it is right now, I can handle it. So they're worried that I have too much work to do, and I'm overjoyed about that, honestly. Let's keep the ball rolling. So I'll be talking about this for the next few months here because it takes that long. Our review process has started, so you fill out this form about what you did and what was good and what you learned and all that stuff. So I started working on that. I'll just work on that Mondays and Tuesdays for maybe like a half hour each day and make it nice and robust and good. Last year I used AI to do it for me, and I basically copied my goals and then copied the results, and then I had AI create it for me, and it was really long, thousands of words, and it did no good. So I think I'm just resigning myself that unless you are like ridiculous and you give up your life for the company and you spend way too much time and too much effort and trainings and doing stuff on your own time, you're not going to get more than the minimal raise. And I don't want any more than the minimal raise. I just want to have that job with that AV coming in every month, and that's what I care about. So go off into the sunset one day, hopefully. And so anyway, right now we're heading out to this casino. I've filled up halfway home yesterday, so I do have some fuel left, but I may have to fill up on the way back to the office. If not, when I go back to the casino this afternoon, I'll definitely have to fill up. So other than that, it's good. It's a hazy day outside, but plenty of sunshine, and I'll come back and let you know how things went. Alright guys, I am back. Interesting session in there. They're still laying out a lot of new machines. So far, it looks like all of them are not going to be good. So walking around, not finding anything. I finally find one play, which is kind of a high-risk play, $7.50 a spin. I played that one, hit it on the fourth spin, and I'm up $200 right away. Go in the back, don't see anything. Go around the side, don't see anything. Go to the other end of the casino, don't see anything. Decide to get my lunch. I got a triple cheeseburger, no bun, all the nice big juicy toppings, lettuce, tomato, pickles, onions. They made me a nice lettuce bun out of it. It was beautiful. And when I ordered it, I knew it would take about 15 minutes to make. I took one more lap and found another play, and actually found a couple other little plays and played that through, and I ended my session ahead, $314, so making a little bit of a comeback, plus $314. Ate my food, looked around one more time before I left, and that was it. So plus $314, I was in there for about 45 minutes tops, so in and out. And actually, I'm thinking about getting some fuel now because I have plenty of time. I'm going to get to the office with about an hour before my meeting starts. So we'll go get some fuel, and then we'll be back later on today. And I did decide where I'm going to go on Wednesday. Going to meet a friend on Wednesday and talk shop, and yeah, so that'll be good. I haven't seen him in at least a year, I would say, maybe longer. So. But yeah, that's really, I want to talk about something else too. So I do watch poker vlogs and things like that, and I gotta say, I got a lot to say actually, but I'll keep it brief. Rampage must be one of the worst poker players I have ever seen. I'm not claiming to be a professional poker player. I mean, I think I'm up like $200 this year on poker in like 5 sessions. I'm not a professional poker player. I don't claim to be. But he is so awful. And honestly, I don't know if this is like politically correct or not, but he's got to be one of the laziest people and the biggest pansies I've ever seen. He's doing this 24-hour marathon of playing, and he sleeps up until like an hour before the 24-hour marathon starts. He's exercising, eating small meals, doing stretches, all that. Let me tell you something. I know people who played poker from Thursday to Monday with no sleep, and I can give you 20 witnesses who can corroborate what I'm saying here. Thursday to Monday afternoon with no sleep, living on coffee or coffee and very, very little else other than that. So don't tell me that it's hard to play for 24 hours. It is not hard. You know, I've done 36 and 40 hours easily, and I never claimed to be special or unusual or anything like that. But he acted like, oh man, my back's tightening up, that's getting to be a real problem. Give me a freaking break. But anyway, the other thing is Daniel Negreanu. He is back for the World Series of Poker, and that's the only time I really watch him throughout the year. And I like him. I think he's a nice guy and everything. He's a little different, a little, like things differently than I would like them, but I think he's good. I think he's overly aggressive, and I think the grinder in him is gone because he doesn't need to grind anymore because he's made all his money, and now he's like, I'm going to be first place or last place, and I don't care which one it is. I'll fire off 4 tournaments in a day, 6 tournaments in a day. I'll have 2 tournaments going on at the same time. You know, if it's a low price tournament like 1,000 or 1,500, he'll play it and go all in on the first hand, and if he doesn't double up, he doesn't care. He'll just lose, stuff like that. So I do enjoy watching him. I do learn from watching him, and I appreciate his videos. But kind of a unusual guy. So I did research that bed that he uses that's like red light. I don't know if that's really helpful or not, and if it is, I bet you 99% of the ones on the market are probably fakes and don't work. So I'd love to learn more about that though. So anyway, that's what's happening right now, and I've already blown by a lot of the places to get fuel. And okay, I found one. I'm gonna go to this place and get gas for $2.46 a gallon, and then we'll head off to work, and then I'll come back and let you know what's going on and go from there. I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back. 3:05 p.m. Finished up the team meeting. My entire team is outside smoking. I don't know why, but I thought people were smarter than that these days, but who knows. Not judging, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I am heading out to the casino, try to make a little bit more money, and kind of patch up what we screwed up yesterday, and hopefully make a little bit more headway. And then from there, I think that'll be it for tonight. I did make some money this morning online, about $70 more. A lot of that stuff is drying up though. A lot of the available methods of making money are drying up. But we take it wherever we can get it. If I'm just sitting in my chair, nothing to do, instead of watching TV, I'll be researching. If I'm at my desk waiting for a meeting to start and I'm all done with my work, I'll be researching, and that's how everything's going to work out in the long run. So right now we have a full tank of gas, of course, heading out to the casino, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back and just got out of there, and it was okay. I found let's see, 2 or 3 plays, and one of them was very surprising. There's a game that if you do a certain thing, you get a bonus, and I've never seen the bonus playing this game like for 4 years, and today I hit it at like the lowest possible level, but the bonus is like a free $100, so I'll take that. But really, I bought in for a total of $5, and I cashed out $218, so I made $213 profit on that. So overall, it was pretty quiet in there. There's a lot of things that are very close to being in range, but they're not quite there. There's certain machines that, like the must hit buy, moves incredibly slowly. I was just talking to somebody today about this, and I'm sure you'll hear this tonight or tomorrow. That you have to look at how much you need to put into a machine for the jackpot to move up by a penny or a unit or whatever it is that you're chasing. And depending on what that is, your entry is going to be totally different. So if it moves up by a penny for every quarter, then it moves incredibly fast. If it moves up by a penny for every $10 or $20, it moves incredibly slow, and it may never be in range for you to play it. Just because it's at $499, it still may not be in range if it only goes up by a penny for every $50, for example. So for it to go up, that last dollar is going to be 100 times $50, it's going to be $5,000. It doesn't make sense. Even at 80%, $5,000, you're going to lose $1,000 there. So, and then even if you get the 500 on there, you're expected at minus 500. So no one would ever play that. But for someone who's not educated in it and doesn't understand how it works, they see a big number and they think it's good. There's a machine that I've chased before that's must hit by 5,000, but the reset level is 4,500. But people play it at 4,501 because in their mind the reset level is like $500 or $1,000 and it's getting close. But it's so far away, it's about $500,000 away in spins before hitting. So you just got to be really careful. So anyway, I don't know where I was going with that, but oh yeah, so there are some things that were almost there, but even if they're almost there, it takes so much to move them into range that you lose too much money taking them early. So I couldn't take those early, so that was what was going on there. So let's talk about, what did you eat today, MW? I had a delicious burger, triple cheese, no bun, lettuce, tomato, pickles, onions, no sauces at all on there. Just picked it up, by the lettuce wrap around it. It was really good. It was a little bit more well done than I would like. I'd give it probably a 9 on a scale of 2 through ace. Now, one thing that fixes a lot of food for me if it's not great is horseradish. And I would go through this horseradish that I get from the Amish sometimes, and I would go through like a whole jar in a week or two, and I kept on buying the small jars because the big jar was twice as much, but it cost 3 times as much. It didn't make any sense. So now they got the price fixed, and my wife bought me a bunch of the big ones, and they'll last a lot longer. But I love horseradish. If you haven't tried it, you got to try it. It's really good. Another thing, speaking of spicy stuff, when my son and I went to that Amazon store that sells all the returns from Amazon, I picked up a box of the One Chip Challenge, and there's 2 of them in there. They sell for like $15 to $20 depending on where you go. I thought they were like 10, but I guess they're more than that. So I was thinking about doing it, but I was thinking, how am I going to do it and broadcast it without having my face on there? It doesn't make any sense. So we'll see. I may just do it and tell you about it. I may have one of the kids videotape it and try to do something with the image to try to, make me look different. I don't know, put a big smiley face, but then you can't see me sweating. So I'll probably do that maybe this weekend. Should be good. I'm not scared of it. A lot of people are worried about it. Yeah, it's going to burn your mouth. Your tongue's going to swell up. Your lips going to probably swell up a little bit. But, 15 or 20 minutes, everything will be back to normal. And you can say you did it. So my kids and I, and 2 of my kids and my wife and I went to a restaurant, an Asian restaurant, a couple days ago, over the weekend actually. And they have the stuff that it's called Oaxaca sauce. So I guess it's supposed to be like a Mexican sauce, but they use it in Asian restaurants too. And it is so delicious. And I would love to take it with me. And they'll give me plenty because they give you like a big bowl of it when you ask for it, and you don't need that much. I put like 5 tablespoons on my food, which is a lot, really. Most people put way less than that. But I got nothing to eat it with because it's so potent. Like even putting it on steak and stuff, it could overpower everything. So, but I love that stuff. If you get a chance to try that, you should try it. But if you're not careful with that, it slowly builds up in your mouth. So if you're like, that's not so bad, then you put more on there. The next bite is spicier, the next bite is spicier, and next thing you know, it's out of control. And you always want to have 2 drinks just in case. So, but if you haven't tried it, Oaxaca sauce, try it. And what did you tip today, MW? Today I got no jackpots, didn't do anything, no waitress for anything, so tipped $0 today. I did not take a picture of my food. Usually I share those pictures with my friends sometimes, but I did not take a picture of it today. But that's really about it. Ended up being an incredibly nice day from beginning to end. It was a little bit gloomy for a little while, a little bit, not gloomy, but I guess hazy for a little while. But right now it's 77 degrees outside, sunny skies, just a little bit of haze, but nothing too terrible. I love it. I'm heading home and still got my laptop next to me. Workday doesn't end for a little while, but it looks like I'm working right now, which, heck, I did all the work I needed to for the day, so who cares, right? So I'm going to let you go for now. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.